Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the Mickey Thompson ET Street R tire for all challengers. You can pick these up in a handful of different sizes, including 15-inch, 17-inch, and 18-inch, and in different widths too, ranging from a 275 to a 325 with different sidewalls. This is Mickey Thompson's most aggressive street legal drag radial that's available. Of course, the pricing of the tires will vary depending on the size, but generally speaking, you can expect to spend between $180 to $250 for the larger and wider sizes. If you guys know the Mickey Thompson name, then you'll already know that this is the type of tire that they really specialize in. Mickey Thompson is widely known for the drag tires, and the Street R is their street legal version of a drag radial. If you're looking for traction on the street for a high horsepower car, it doesn't really get much better. You have the drag radial design and stickiness, but it's street legal. The ET Street R is one tire in Mickey Thompson's expanded drag radial lineup that includes the ET Street Pro, the Street SS, and the Street R. If you compare this tire, the Street R, to Mickey Thompson's other street legal radial, the SS, you can tell the difference very easily and right away. The SS is more of a street tire. It has a lot more tread and resembles more of a high-performance summer tire since it has a full series of grooves in it. That being said, the SS tire will be better in wet weather than the Street R will be. The Street R tire has a lack of tread void, making it resemble more of a drag tire than anything else. This doesn't look like a street tire at all, but the best part is that it is. As you can guess, that means that this tire will perform outstandingly in dry conditions on both the street and at the drag strip, but it will be lacking when it comes to wet conditions. This tire is no doubt a handful in wet conditions, and I can personally attest to that since I do run these tires on my own twin-turbo car, which is a daily. Because of that, I do recommend putting this tire on a nice weather car only, or a car that's mostly a track car. I avoid wet conditions as much as possible myself, but I do find that having a street legal option like this that can give me the grip I need far outweighs the negative of not having wet weather abilities. All of Mickey Thompson's radials utilize the R2 compound, which makes for a very soft, very sticky and grippy tire that hooks very well on the street and even better on a prepped surface at the track. Now, I will say that you will need to be careful using a tire this sticky on a high horsepower stick car because it can be very hard on the driveline components. And ask me about that because I know. Mickey Thompson does make a bias ply version of the ET Street R for that reason, which is going to be more forgiving and easier on those high horsepower stick cars at the track. And another thing to consider with this tire is the downside of it being so soft, and that's a limited life. A tire with as soft of a compound as this one simply won't last as long as a normal high performance street tire will. But if you're like me, then you already know that and you're looking for more of that grip than anything else. Just know that these tires won't live as long as a normal tire, and that's a sacrifice that you'll have to make for traction. Ultimately, like any other tire, your driving habits and racing habits will dictate how many miles you'll get out of these. Something else to think about is that these can be sensitive to the cold. You'll want to make sure that these have some heat in them before expecting them to hook, and that's honestly the same for just about any performance tire out there. Like I said, I have these on my daily and they have seen some low temps, like 20s and below, and I just make sure that I'm very careful until the tires heat up. If you don't get some heat in them, it can be a little bit like ice skating, so just use caution and know that before putting these on a street car that sees all different types of weather, especially temperatures below 40 degrees. These do qualify for our free mountain balance, an optional nitrogen fill, and of course, free shipping and handling. It can really make things a little bit easier for you. You can pick up your wheels and tires, have them mounted in balance, shipped out for free, and they'll arrive at your door 100% ready to go and ready to be thrown on the car. It can take the work out of waiting for the tires and wheels and having to take them to a shop to be mounted and balanced. These are DOT legal, very aggressive drag radial with a ton of traction, and you can check them out more online right here at AmericanMuscle.com.